Hi there, thanks for tuning in again. December usually is the month where a lot of sweets are coming along and where it's tough to keep your weight. So let's find out what happened to me in that month. And if you'd like to find out, then follow me to a quiet place and I will catch you up. Well, I'm standing here and I'm not sitting because it is quite cold. As you can see, it's snowing a little bit, so all the benches were snowed over and I don't want to get a wet butt. So that is why this video is me standing up talking to you again. And well, let's just get started. First off, of course, I have my notes with me, so it will be a little bit of a longer video this week, this month, in our December video. But to start off, you can see my beard is coming in nicely. It's having some weird issues here at the base. I don't know what's going on there. It looks weird, you know. So maybe I just have to grow it out a little bit more. I tried to trim it a little bit along the way already, but maybe that was too early. Maybe I need to wait until it is longer so that maybe then I don't even need to trim it that much, but I will see. Right now I'm surprised that it is growing that gray, but also not that fast as I would have expected. But let's see. I mean, it's like 2 months now that I try to grow it, so it's okay. That's that. Otherwise, a quick work update. December was still busy, but we didn't have to stretch too much, so it was a little bit more relaxed. So that was nice. Also, the last 2 weeks, of course, due to the holiday season, I had off, which is nice. But tomorrow I have to be back at work, which is not that nice. We will see. I could have needed another week, but what else is new? Well, let's get into what happened since the last video. And I have to excuse if the audio is not that well, because I don't have a wind filter now and it is quite windy today. I don't know why. When I got out of the house it wasn't. But right now, as you can see, it's a little bit windy. I don't have a wind filter because I have a new phone since almost 2 months now. And the old phone had a different connector, so I cannot use my microphone and everything else that I had at technology level. I cannot use anymore. But also this phone is supposed to have a better capability of recording audio, so maybe I don't even need it. If so, I will put in subtitles wherever I'm not distinguishable, but hopefully it works out well. Okay, that being said, let's take a quick sip of water. And then I will start with the first week. And the first week we had a Christmas party. And we called it this time a winter party, which is a little bit weird. I mean, they could have just said holiday party like they did in the last years. Now it's all of a sudden a winter party. I guess since not everyone is celebrating anything. They say you cannot even call it holiday anymore. I mean, I'm all for wokeness, but sometimes it feels a little bit too much. So we had our party, and there it was the first time since I started with the intermittent fasting that I made an exception. The exception was that I was allowing myself to have a little bit of eating and drinking there because, of course, at a Christmas party you will have a little bit of alcohol and you will have it after your window is closing. So that was the first time I did that exception. And I think it was worth it. It was a fun night. We had a lot of dancing and I will show you a little bit of what's going on here in this little clip. Of course, we also had a karaoke section where people quickly came out quite drunk at the beginning of the party already and starting to just scream along. And Also, the microphones weren't that great. So what I thought at first is that it was just those people not being able to use them properly because they were drunk a little bit already. But even people who were not that drunk and were just having fun, like you will see in this clip, had issues and the audio was terrible. As you can hear, it was basically just a screaming. It was just noise. You could not even hear what they were singing because it was not an error with the recording I did. It was actually an error with the microphone. So that was not fun, but otherwise it was a nice day. So what else? That week I gained 100 grams. I didn't lose anything, so that was a weird one. But I mean, it was, with that exception to the rule, I didn't question it, so it was okay, and it was worth it. The next week then, of course, was as we are in the holiday season at Christmas time, we were having a little bit of sweets here and there. I have my advent calendar, so of course there's also some sweets coming along that way. And I was also invited out of the blue, which surprised me and which made me quite happy and was a nice change of pace. I was invited by a friend from work, where I still worked at a movie theater as a projectionist like 20 years ago. So I stopped working there in 2002. So 23 years ago, I was there, and we were seeing each other here and there, or because she's living nearby, when we just crossed paths here and there, but we didn't stay in active contact. So it was nice that she invited me to a pre-Christmas party, and also she was celebrating her birthday. So if you see this, Rachel, thank you for the invite. It was nice, and I enjoyed it. So there were, of course, some other friends as well that I met over those last few weeks. But it came at a price, even though I don't regret it. So that second week I gained 500 grams, which is a little bit over a pound. So not ideal, but also something that was to expect over the holiday season. Then in the third week, it was more sweets, more cookies, and we were getting closer to Christmas, so that is normal, I guess. At least for me it was this year. And my sister was also leaving town. She was visiting my nephew and niece in the south of Germany, partying with them and staying with them for a few weeks. So that was from half of the month, I would say, I think the 16th or so, she was going down there. So I was also not spending that much time with her, which also led to me saying, hey, let's have a little bit of sweets here and there. I think that week I still clung quite closely to my intermittent fasting routine. I just didn't count the calories that closely, of course. But until then, still, Christmas party day was the only day where I didn't stick to my regiment. And I think the next day even I was still trying to keep the 16 hours of fasting, but I'm not sure if I managed it to the point. I don't know. But the rest of the time I was still trying. And that third week, though, I was gaining a kilo, which is a little bit over 2 pounds, 2.2 pounds. So, again, it came at a price, but it was worth it. The third week was the week of Christmas itself. The fourth week, I mean, of course. And since my sister was not here, I was planning to do a quiet day. I'm single. I was just planning to stay in, but then I thought, I mean, why not just invite my mother? My mother is complicated, but if I'm alone and she's alone, let's just ask her over. So I was asking her a week before if she has still used or already used her scooter. So she cannot drive her car anymore. She had to sell it. And she now has like a little scooter, but she has not tried it out yet. I don't know if she is afraid of it, but I don't get why she even bought it if she's not using it. So she just didn't answer to my question. And the question, of course, was for me to ask if she can use it and come to me. No answer, but I could see that she read it, because in WhatsApp you can see when it was received and when it was read. So no answer. Then 2 days before Christmas I was asking again. Still no answer, though she read it. I was then calling her the day before Christmas and just telling her that there was a reason why I asked her and that I wanted to invite her over. Of course, she then said quickly, yes, I want to come over. That's so great. Because she always says she's so lonely and nobody is calling her, nobody is meeting with her. Which is true, because my sister also doesn't have much contact with her recently. She cut ties a little bit because my mother is very complicated and mean in some regards. And over the years, basically, she scared away everyone she has, be it family or friends. So since my father died, I think she doesn't have anyone. There are some family members still that she could reach out to, but she doesn't, because she just is weird in that way. Some of her family already died. Some of her sisters, the ones that are still there, she doesn't communicate with. I think it's now only one sister left. Two sisters are left. And due to her being so weird with her siblings and her whole family, also we have not a real connection to our aunts and uncles, so it's all weird. But that being said, so she always says she is so lonely. So of course she was happy that I invited her, and I felt good about it. So it was nice. Then I told her to come over at 4 p.m. so that we can have dinner at 6 p.m. And I even sent her instructions. It's windy. I hope you can hear me. I sent her instructions as to how to get to me via bus, because she also is getting a little bit forgetful. She cannot manage alone. We already got her someone to help her with her finances, because she can't manage anymore. And so, of course, she didn't have used her scooter yet. So that is why she had to use the public transportations. And I was sending her everything that she would need to come to me. But at 4 p.m. the next day, at Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, when I still sent her a reminder, you should go now if you want to be on time. She didn't leave then. I could see that in the app, in the Find My Friend app, because I can see where she is. She has not left yet. An hour later, at 5 p.m., she still hasn't left. I, in the meantime, tried to call her, ask her if she is coming, what's going on. Couldn't reach her, not on the landline or on the cell phone. And I started to worry already and was like, hopefully she didn't slip in the shower or something. And I would need to go there to check on her, which, it's terrible to say that the most annoying thing about it would have been me checking on her and not her being okay, but it's both. I guess you understand what I mean. So I was just pissed off a little bit that I might have to spend my Christmas Eve just getting on the bus, checking on her, and then maybe finding her just having overslept or something, and then go back. But fortunately, at 6, when she was supposed to arrive at my place, when she was supposed to have dinner with me, I finally reached her on the landline. She sounded as if she just woke up, which I assume is true. She told me she had stomach issues and tried to call me for the last few hours, which I mean, I tried to call her. Her phone was working, so I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty sure she just overslept, which means that meeting me could not have been that important to her as she always claims, and she cannot be that lonely if she doesn't even manage to get up on time, you know. So also 2 days later I received a text message where she said, hey, I'm not feeling well, I cannot come over. I don't know if there was an actual technical issue, which I doubt. I don't know if she just wrote it 2 days later to pretend, or if she found it 2 days later and noticed that she didn't ever send it, and then she just sent it then to pretend it was just lost in virtual translation. The sad thing is that my mother is that kind of person that I would not doubt that she would do that. So she has a track record of not really telling the truth a lot. She has a track record of never being honest about things that she did wrong. So that's that. But I had a nice meal nevertheless. You can see it here. And of course, since my mother wasn't there, I had a second goose leg, which I prepared that I could have on the second day of Christmas. Because the first day of Christmas I was invited by my friends Chrissy and Alex. And we had a nice raclette evening. And before that we had a lot of cookies over tea time. So cookies and sweets, which of course everything around those days got straight to my stomach again, or at least to my weight. I think my stomach doesn't look bigger, but I gained a little bit of weight there as well. It was 1.2 kilograms that I gained that fourth week, which is almost 3 pounds. But it was worth it because the food was delicious, especially the food that Alex was dishing up again. But apparently, as you can see in a video clip that I'm putting in right now, the most delicious thing was not the food, but the hair of Chrissy's mom. Okay, the last week then, the previous week was the week of New Year's Eve, and I was invited again at Chrissy and Alex's place. We had a nice dinner again, and since I was so shocked about the weight gain the week before and the previous weeks, I was planning to really put the brakes on to pull the ripcord on my calorie intake. But of course, there was that meal at New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, it's correct, okay. And my goal was at least not to gain weight. And since last week to today, I actually wasn't gaining anything. I was also not losing anything, but I was at least able to not gain any more. I was staying exactly at the same level, which is some kind of a success. It was a nice evening, a nice New Year's start into the new year. What did not work, though, was a lot of times the lighting of the fuse, as you might see in this little clip here, because I was not smoking for now 8 years, so I was a very heavy smoker for quite a long time. 8 years now I am not smoking anymore, so I don't have a lighter anymore. And no one else at the party was a smoker as well. So there was only one other person who ever smoked before, like myself. So we were looking for some lighters, and we just found 2 old ones that were barely working. And they were also not the best in regards of keeping away the wind, so they were not perfect for lighting fuses. So as you could just see, that is the main issue when that we faced that day. But like I said, at least I was able to keep my weight, and it was a interesting week, and I enjoyed it. So let's get to the actual weight results. And that I can keep short now because I already caught you up on basically everything. And like I said, this video is not that short. We are now at around 20 minutes already. So okay, my weight got from last month, not last week. Everything in between you can of course see in the community posts. But from last week to now, from last month to now, I got up from 112.2 kilograms, which is 247.4 pounds, up to 115.1 kilo, which is 253.8 pounds. So a hefty weight gain, but it was to expect, and I'm not sorry about it. I'm not worried about it either. It was worth it. It was a happy month. So we will see. My body weight, my body mass index got from 32.4 to 33.3. My fat got from 35.0 to 35.4. My muscle mass got down from 28.9 to 28.7, and the internal fat, the visceral fat, that is getting up and down for me between 16 and 17% for quite a while now, went up again from 16 to 17. So not a big surprise there, but that's basically the results. And like I said, I'm not worried about it. I enjoyed the month. It was a nice month. I was meeting a lot of people. I was having a lot of fun. I was enjoying good food. So it was worth it. I will hopefully lose that weight soon again. But it will be interesting to see, and that is maybe part of the experiment. My intermittent fasting was slowly getting me down, and all this food in between was getting my weight quite quickly up again. So let's see if it gets down as quickly as I gained it, or if it is really taking that long again to get back, which would mean I got like 3 weeks to get it up and might need 6 to 7 weeks to get it off, but we will see. Hopefully it will be quite quickly as well, but I will share with you, of course, in the community posts over the next weeks, and you will see more what happened to my weight in the next video at the start of February, where I will cover January. That's it. I hope you had a successful month. Mine, as I said, was enjoyable. Not successful in regards of weight loss, but enjoyable. So no depression, nothing. It's just the Christmas time, you know. And I hope you had a great time. I hope the next few weeks and months, the next month will be great for you as well. And I hope I will lose a lot of weight. Okay, I had to make a cut here because I was forgetting something. I will end this video with sharing some images from New Year's Eve, from the fireworks. There will not be anything from me story-wise. It will just be some music and some impressions. So if you want to enjoy it, watch it. Otherwise, you can just switch off now. As I say, as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching.